Hey guys, how's it going? Back here today with another deck profile video. Today I wanted to do kind of a fun deck that looks like it's actually going to be pretty powerful. I tried to make a Trinity deck. Trinity meaning Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I did my best to make sure they were included and still make this have some competitive edge to it. So without further ado, here we go. First I play 3 ultra rare Batman. I know it can be tough to get the ultra rares, but I finally got all 3 copies of my Batman here, so I really wanted to use him. He says when he enters play, look at the top 3 cards of a player's deck, put 1 into the discard pile, and put the 2 back in any order. So this can help set up really nice plays for you. If you have too many characters, you can make sure that you're not going to draw into another one. If you have too many battle cards, you can make sure you get a character, or you can use this. Most of the time you can use this to mess with your opponent's turns. Being able to ensure that they're not going to draw a character when they need it, or not be able to get events to reuse their cards. Either way, he's so versatile. He's rocking double 7s here of the best stats, in my opinion. He's definitely a formidable opponent, for sure. Next, to accompany the Trinity, I've got 3 ultra rare Batman. This guy says, attacking does not cause this character to push. So, that means he can attack and block every turn. He doesn't have to decide one way or another. He gives 3 MP when he comes into play, so that's a great stat line right there. And he's rocking double 7s here. Strength special to complement Batman's 7 special intelligence. They're counterpart to each other. They're the 2 ultra rares of the set. I really wanted to pair them together. You know, might as well. Got him. Next, I'm using 2 cross rare Wonder Womans. She says, whenever a character uses a push ability, you can negate that effect, sacrifice her, and then KO the opposing character. So this means if your opponent is using Green Lantern, or Firestorm, or Shazam, anybody that has a push effect, she negates it. I feel like a lot of times this is just going to be, you have Firestorm, I want you to kill Wonder Woman and not somebody else. I feel like a lot of the times your opponent's just not going to use their push abilities, but some decks are centered around push abilities, so it could very well be that she ends up being a removal target before a Firestorm even happens, which means they basically had a 2-for-1 your character. That's pretty good. I only own 2 right now. I would probably try her at a 3rd just so that I could have 3 of the Trinity, 3 of each of them. But we'll see how 2 works. I do run a little bit of push abilities in my deck, so omitting it, or only running 2, I guess, is not a terrible option. Next, I run 2 Zatanna. Because Batman and Superman are so beefy and big characters, I wanted a lot of shuffle away removal. I wanted a lot of removal, period. Because they're going to be out there attacking, taking hits left and right. If I do it correctly, they can absorb like 3 cards apiece, which is pretty crazy. And Zatanna helps me be able to play my characters consistently to get their MP, and she says at the beginning of your turn, shuffle her and an opposing character away into the respective decks. So you have to do her, but she helps you clear your opponent's board, and you get to pick the target, and it really messes with your opponent's plans when they know somebody's going to get shuffled away. They tend to play slowly or differently around Zatanna, and that in itself is really good. Next, I play 2 Firestorm. Firestorm is a push ability, so he does get hurt a little bit by my Wonder Woman, but it's pretty simple as just don't play them together. Firestorm says push to KO himself to KO another character. If you've watched my other deck profile videos, he might be in all of them. He's really good. He gives you 2 MP when he comes into play. He's able to perform some of the best attacks with that stat line. I really like Firestorm. Only at 2 here because with 3, I'm relying on it too much as removal, and I have Wonder Woman, and I want the Trinity out. That's why I built the deck, so only 2 Firestorm. I also play 3 Starfire. Because I have so many rank 7 cards in the deck, rank 7 characters, it allows me to run a hefty amount of rank 7 attacks, and Starfire lets me reuse those giant bombs from the yard as removal. Since I'm playing Zatanna and Firestorm and Wonder Woman all sacrifice removal, basically, I'm going to constantly have board space to be able to drop my Starfires. I can keep Superman there as a big body to throw attacks, to block when needed, have a Firestorm or a Zatanna out, and then be able to be playing Starfires to reuse the rank 7 battle cards. Sometimes the problem with her is locking up your board and not being able to clear it, but with so many ways of my guys sacrifice themselves to do an effect or shuffle themselves away, I feel I'm comfortable running 3 Starfires there. On to the events. Because I'm playing so many rank 7s and rank 7 battle cards and Starfire, I'm playing 3 Leap into Action. This is an event, costs you 2 MP here. It says, search your deck for a character with a rank of 7 or a battle card with a rank of 7 and place it into your hand. So this says, find Batman, find Wonder Woman, find Superman, find the attacks they can perform. It's really good, especially when you get to the attack package and you see why I wanted to play the Trinity deck. Being able to find the last piece to your puzzle to do that is really a cool thing. There's not many ways to reuse this, but the big 7 guys are the main part of the deck, so being able to tutor them, got 3 of that in there. I play 2 Rebirth. Because I play Wonder Woman and Firestorm, they tend to die as they kill themselves to do their effects, and I want their effects. Also, my opponent will be trying to kill my Zatannas and my Supermans and my Batmans, and being able to reuse those characters because I constantly have the board space to do so is really nice. I also tried to run a lot of draw power in this deck, so it's nice to put the cards back, to use the draw power, to use it again. Rebirth is a really sweet card. Then I play 2 Point Blanks. Sorry for the different artwork here, these were the first 2 I grabbed. This card says, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards from your hand unless you discard a character with a rank of 7. As you saw, I have a lot of characters with rank 7. 3 Batman, 3 Superman, 2 Wonder Woman. That's 8 of 15 characters in here that can be targets. I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm only playing it as a 2 of. It's really there for its MP spending. It does filter cards, and in a pinch, it lets me discard my rank 7 battle cards if for some reason I can't perform them. Then Starfire can start to throw them from the graveyard, the discard pile. So that's pretty good. I like Point Blank, but it's not my ultimate favorite. So I'm playing 1 Strength 7 card. This one says, if it's used on defense, that's what that shield symbol is. If you use it on the defensive step, discard the top 3 cards of your deck to push up to 2 characters. So, this card only costs 1 MP for a rank 7. That's a good cost. You're fine with that. It lets you tap down your opponent's board if they just filled back up with Blue Beetle or something, or Ra's al Ghul, and they attack with their 1 guy. You can block with this to kill that dude and push down the other 2. Put cards in your discard pile for your effects and your other battle cards and your Starfires and what have you on your turn. And get all of the amount of attacks you want next turn colliding for free, because this is going to tap down their board. Superman is the only one that can throw this attack, so I only play 1 of it right now. I play 1 Intelligence 3. This card says if it's used for an attack, that's what that symbol is, so the opposite of the Strength 7 card. It says this attack cannot be defended. So this is like a guaranteed hit, like a will hit to freed point of damage. Batman is the only one who can perform this, and I play 3 Batman, so I've got 1 of this, kind of in the same boat as the Strength card with Superman. Superman can perform this, Batman can perform this. I'm comfortable with a 1 of. Now, both Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman can perform Special 7, so I run 3 Special 7 cards. This guy here, it costs you 3 MP to perform, but it says if it connects for a victory point, you get a 2nd victory point. So now I've got a card in my special attack that can get me 2 victory points, an unblockable Intelligence 7, and a Strength 7 that can tap down my opponent's board. That's a lot of versatility in my 7 attacks, considering I have a tutor for them and a way to put them back into the deck. I've got a lot of cool options with whoever is out there and what I've got to throw. These other two special 7 attacks cost nothing to perform, so they're free, which is amazing in itself to be a rank 7 card that's free to play. It says if you control Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, draw 3 cards. So it's a hard clause to get online, but I do run all 3 of them in the deck, so every now and again, this card's going to draw me 3 cards and be the best card in the game. No other card would be free at the highest potential rank to just draw 3 cards, but every once in a while, that's what this card's going to do in my deck. Most of the time, it's going to be a free rank 7 attack that almost any of my rank 7 characters can perform on attack or defense, but every once in a while, it turns into the best card. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of why I wanted to make the Trinity deck to begin with, was to play this card. This card seems too good to not play, considering the other resources in the deck. I gotta play this as one of. Next, moving on to my rank 6 cards, I play 2 of this defensive rank 6 special and 1 of this other special. I guess it's not an attack or defense, it's just a great card. These 2 over here cost you 2 MP to perform, and they say, when used on defense, draw a card for each character with rank 7 in the battle zone. I play a lot of rank 7 characters, and if my opponent has any of them out there when Superman is wanting to defend, this card is going to draw at least 1 card, which is what this card says, minus 2 MP, draw 1 card. That's a great card. But this with Superman, who is going to be the likely target to be blocking, because he's going to be attacking and blocking, this card is great, because it's going to at least draw 1 card, and potentially 3 just with my board. If my opponent's full of rank 7s as well, this card could draw me a lot of cards. Everyone in the deck basically can perform these blocks, and since I run rank 7s, even if Superman or Batman or whoever is not blocking with these, if I have to block with a Starfire or a Firestorm and still draw because I'm running the Batmans and Supermans and Wonder Womans, that's still cool. Still good with that. It's a lot of draw power there in rank 6. That's pretty cool. I play 2 of this strength 4, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. I think Superman and Wonder Woman are the only 2 people in the deck that can perform this attack, but it gives you 2 MP. It's some serious card filtering. I do want cards in the discard pile, and you do get clogged with characters sometimes, so having a little bit of discard is worthwhile. And I play Rebirth, and I play ways to reuse certain cards, so getting cards to the discard pile isn't awful, especially if you're not drawing any characters or you're not drawing any battle cards. These filter-type cards are going to be really handy. I play 2 of Special 3. I was talking about earlier getting the rank 7 cards to the discard pile to reuse them. That's what this card does. It costs you 2 MP to perform. Not too big of a deal. You need to spend your MP. It's a search your discard pile for a battle card with rank of 7 and place it in your hand. So I've got a nice little 4-card selection there for my rank 7s, and then 2 in the rank 6s that are targets for Special 3. So that's pretty handy. Next, I got 2 Intelligence 2. This card says, draw 2 cards, then place a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. It's really good. It probably should be included in almost every deck. I don't have too many people that can perform it, so that's why I've got it right there. I've got 2 special 1s. This card just replaces itself when you're using it. This will be nice for the Superman attacks, where I just want to try to chip in for damage, but really I want to abuse them on the defense. It's nice because it replaces itself, it costs nothing, it kind of fits in with the theme of the deck to be using small attacks to try to poke through, and then using big attacks to shut them down and go for turns where I know I can get a lot of attacks through. Lastly, I play this Strength 1 card. It gives you 2 MP when you perform it, so it's one of your cooler MP, bigger MP generators, and it says draw a card, then discard a card from your hand. It's another card filter, kind of like Strength 4. They're very similar, except for this card says draw 1, discard 1. This card says draw 2, discard 2. So, just similar. This helps you facilitate some of your early Starfire plays. You probably want to sit on these till later, but perform these ones early. Get a couple of cards in there that you want to throw it with a Starfire and then use your special 3 to put it back in your hand. That's why having to discard cards with this deck isn't the worst, because you have ways to get them back, and that's what you want to do, is reuse the cards that you've already used when they're in your discard pile. Let me know what you think of the deck, and tell me what you would change. Later, guys.